Your Wavyocho, I'm gonna react to why Ariana Grande was blamed for Mac Miller's death.
Mac Miller died on September 7, 2018, from an accidental overdose. And the first person that was put in the crosshairs of the fans to blame was Ariana Grande. They had broken up months ago, but on May 14th of that same year, the breakup was still a fresh wound when Mac Miller had gotten arrested for drunk driving. It's not clear what was the real reason for him driving a car in that state, but people made the assumption that Mac missed good times when he and Ariana were together, and it was her fault that he went drunk driving and got into that incident. But there's a lot more to this story and their entire relationship. I met him when I was 19. We had loved and adored and respected each other since the beginning, since before we even met, just because we were fans of each other's talent. We weren't ready at all, though, to be together. It's just timing. We both needed to experience some things, but the love has been there the whole time. The love story of Ariana Grande and Mac Miller was based on a supportive friendship that became something bigger.
Yo, let me ask you this, bro. Did y'all look at Ariana Grande and Mac Miller's relationship as goals, bro? Let me know in the comment section. Did y'all look at it as goals? Did y'all want to be like them? Yes or no? Let me know.
a response on Instagram started a course of collaborations and 2-year-long relationship. Somewhere in November of 2012, Ariana had asked her followers what their thoughts were on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Among the responses, Mac Miller left his comment, "The Velvet Revival," which was the beginning of their conversation, which resulted in the first collaboration of the song "Baby It's Cold Outside." After the success of their first collab in 2013, Ariana felt that Mac was a perfect addition to the track "The Way," which would become their most known song. I cut my vocal on it, and then Mac and I had been hanging out for a while at that point, and I was like, "I really want you to feature on this record. What do you think?" And he said, "Sounds like a hit to me." In the background of the video, viewers spotted Mac and Ariana flirting with each other, and the video ended with the kiss. Obviously, that made everyone talk. I didn't even know that was going to happen. And then we were shooting, and the director was like, "This should happen." And I'm like, "Alright." After "The Way," and the kiss was the talk of all the internet, both Ariana and Mac praised each other. Ariana was asked in an interview with Los Angeles Power 106 to rank the kiss from 1 to 10, and she said, "I'm gonna say a 1, just because of the cigarettes. But Mac is a great, great, great guy." While Mac was in awe of Ariana and said, "She's like the greatest person in the world. She's like an angel. She's very nice. She's a sweet girl." In 2016, Mac Miller and Ariana Grande did another collaboration together on Ariana's song "Into You." After that, they visited the 2016 MTV Video Music Awards in each other's company, and in September, their relationship became official. Ariana posted a black and white photo of her cuddling with Mac Miller and captioned it "Baby." Later, Ariana visited the Ellen DeGeneres show and mentioned that it was crazy and the first time that she was talking about the relationship in public. In 2016, Mac Miller released the album "The Divine Feminine," which was something of an ode to Ariana and spoke more about positive energy and love. Mac Miller expressed his thoughts about making the album and said, "It was about using my experiences as an inspiration and broadening them into something that's deeper than just a personal narrative, really getting into the idea of love. To me, love is the most beautiful emotion, and no matter what, you're overwhelmed. It's like nothing exists anymore. That's where we start, the blinding, overpowering love high. It gets into sex, issues, resolve. It goes through this path that applies not just to love of another person, but love in general, the feminine energy of the planet." Also, he recollected memories of his grandmother and stated, "My grandma has the best love story in the world. The story is what I've been chasing my whole life. Seeing her love for my grandfather has inspired me from both sides of the table and how a woman can treat a man and a man should treat a woman." The album has a song "My Favorite Part" on which Ariana and Mac worked together. I wrote that love song before I saw her. We're very good friends, first and foremost. We made that song and started becoming close again. It's very dope and I like how that worked out. We hung out for a long time and everything just happened organically. We love making music together. We do that always. But she's my best friend in the world. Another song from the same album is "Cinderella," and Ariana confirmed that the song is completely about her. While reading the lyrics, you can spot many intimate details, including moments from more of their private life. Also, it was said that it was the first album that Mac Miller worked on while he was 100% sober. He shared his thoughts about how it was working with a clear head. The idea of being 100% clear-headed was something I realized I had never done. As soon as I felt what it felt like to wake up every day and feel good every morning, I realized how important that was for me. You can do so much with a day. I spent so many days just waiting for the next one to come. Now I'm excited about every day, which is really great. As soon as I learned that I could do things creatively sober, then it was good. As long as I can still be creative, I'm geeked. It's even better because before, my every other aspect was destruction. Now I can do both, which is important because they feed off each other. After the Manchester bombing that took place in 2017, Ariana was devastated, and Mac was by her side from the moment that her plane landed in the US. He joined her on stage to perform The Way. "Tonight is all about love," Ariana told the audience. In June of 2017, Mac Miller wrote a very personal post on Instagram in which he congratulated Ariana Grande on her birthday. "Happy birthday to this adorable, pure soul who's reminded me what being happy feels like. Thank you for loving me so good. I think it's supposed to be so well, but I don't care. I love you and can't wait for all the adventures." 1 month before they split up, Mac Miller and Ariana Grande visited Coachella together in April, where Ariana Grande presented the audience with the new single, No Tears Left to Cry. Mac posted a tweet in which he congratulated her on a very successful performance and said, "Very proud of this girl right here. Welcome back. We missed you. One of a kind." While it isn't evident what was the real reason for the breakup between Ariana Grande and Mac Miller, some information suggests that it was due to busy schedules, and other hints towards a lot of inner demons that Mac Miller was constantly going through. By no means was what we had perfect, but damn. He was the best person ever, and he didn't deserve the demons he had. I was the glue for such a long time, and I found myself becoming less and less sticky. The pieces just started to float away. When Ariana and Mac Miller broke up, she was the target of an enormous wave of hatred aimed at diminishing her and the lack of support that she failed to continue giving to Mac in the eyes of the fans. It wasn't fair that fans kept blaming her for not being a savior to all the issues that he struggled with, because you can't really expect someone like that to deal with it, especially when they're not a professional. Lots of Mac Miller fans were pushing the notion that she must have stayed in the relationship and sacrificed her happiness and health because his happiness and well-being should have been coming first in their eyes. People don't see any of the real stuff that happens, so they're loud about what they think happened. They didn't see the years of work and fighting and trying, or the love and exhaustion. That tweet came from a place of complete defeat, and you have no idea how many times I warned him that would happen and fought that fight for how many years of our friendship, of our relationship. You have no idea, so you're not allowed to pull that card because you don't know. That's where that came from. When the situation of drop.
If you put that shit, people gonna have assumptions. That's how the internet is, bro. Niggas are allowed to have that assumption. Niggas is allowed to say whatever they want on the internet. If you put your relationship out, on the net, they're gonna speak on it. They're gonna talk about it because you put your shit out there.
Getting drunk was brought to light. His fans had spoken up, blaming Ariana Grande. Mac Miller totaling his G-Wagon and getting a DUI after Ariana Grande dumped him for another dude after he poured his heart out on a 10-song album to her called The Divine Feminine is just the most heartbreaking thing happening in Hollywood. While that fan had a small number of followers, his tweet became very popular in the next coming days and was retweeted over 24,000 times and liked over 100,000 times. It came to the attention of Ariana Grande, who responded directly, tweeting, "How absurd that you minimize female self-respect and self-worth by saying someone should stay in a toxic relationship because he wrote an album about them. I'm not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need to be. I have cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years, and always will, of course. But blaming women for a man's inability to keep his stuff together is a very major problem. Of course, I didn't share how hard or scary it was while it was happening, but it was. I'll continue to pray from the bottom of my heart that he figures it all out, and that any other woman in this position does as well." It was the first time she had highlighted having issues in the relationship with him publicly. Later, that fan apologized for that tweet and said, "I think every woman is equal to a man and has the same exact right to pursue their happiness." Talk about folding. Mac Miller didn't exactly hide the fact that he had some mental health issues and struggles with alcohol and drugs. He channeled his burden through his music, working on the album Circles that would eventually release after he passed away. At the same time, Ariana was a magnet of hatred from Mac Miller fans. He found himself in a situation where his fan base was constantly checking on him to see whether he was okay or not. For some time, Mac even stopped browsing the internet because he was busy working on the album Swimming. Like, I haven't been on the internet, so, people have assumed that are you okay? Is everything okay? Because I was about to drop the album. And also, I don't know. It just all seemed kind of unimportant. That need to show people I was okay. Like, what is that? Where does that come from? Why? Why do we have this need to use social media and the internet? And when asked about the relationship with Ariana, Mac Miller said, "Life is stressful, so of course there were stressful times. It's not that unique. I was in love with somebody. We were together for 2 years. We worked through good times, bad times, stress, and everything else. And then it came to an end, and we both moved on. And it's that simple. It's all positive energy. I'm happy for her, and the fact that she's moving forward with her life, just as I'm sure she is with me." Despite their breakup, Ariana never stopped being friends to Mac Miller and posted on Instagram words of support and respect for him. "This is one of my best friends in the whole world and favorite people on the planet. I respect and adore him endlessly and am grateful to have him in my life in any form, at all times, regardless of how our relationship changes or what the universe holds for us. Unconditional love is not selfish. It's wanting the best for that person even if, at the moment, it's not you. I can't wait to know and support you forever, and I'm so proud of you." Although a month had yet to pass since the breakup, Ariana was spotted jumping ahead into a new relationship with Pete Davidson, the stand-up comedian, and they started their relationship on May 21st, and just a month later, in June, the couple announced their engagement. When in a few months Mac Miller tragically passed away from the accidental overdose, Ariana was devastated and wrote on her Instagram, "I adored you from the day I met you when I was 19, and I always will. I can't believe you aren't here anymore. I really can't wrap my head around it. We talked about this so many times. I'm so mad. I'm so sad I don't know what to do. You were my dearest friend, for so long above anything else. I'm so sorry I couldn't fix or take your pain away. I really wanted to. The kindest, sweetest soul with demons he never deserved. I hope you're okay now. Rest." Fans decided that Ariana was to blame and brought down a wave of negative emotions, angry posts, and criticism of her, which resulted in her closing the comment section on her Instagram account. The majority of messages were about Mac's death being her fault and that she was the one who killed him. Ariana Grande cheated on.
Nah, I think niggas is dragging it, bro. I think they dragging it. I don't think Ariana should be blamed for Mac Miller's death, bro. Rest in peace to Mac Miller, but that's not Ariana's fault.
Back with his friend. Got engaged incredibly too soon, ripped the dude's heart out, and disrespected him, and people support her. Not her fault he's dead, but she's a disgusting human being. But there were some people who hinted that Ariana was not Mac's drug dealer, and that the reason that killed him was a drug overdose, not her not being in his life. I just can't get over the fact that people blame Ariana for Mac's death. It's so cruel. People don't even think of her as a real human with real feelings anymore, just because she's a celebrity. And you can post whatever you want behind a computer screen. I personally don't think it was Ariana Grande's fault Mac Miller passed away, but I can see why people will point the finger at her. Let's assume he really had strong feelings for her and wanted to settle down. She immediately got engaged to someone else after. That's suspect. Ariana Grande has had to endure several tragedies throughout her career that were out of her control, and that she managed to handle with grace. Another one I did is a video on her screen right now.
Okay, that's the vid. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Like, do y'all feel like Ariana Grande is at fault because Mac Miller? Because do y'all think Ariana Grande, do y'all think it's Ariana Grande's fault because Mac Miller died? Let me know down in the comment section, bro. And also, what is your favorite songs of each of each artist, bro. Mac Miller and Ariana Grande. Which one's your favorite song from both of them? Let me know down in the comment section. Like, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. Wave your chicken now you are.